Hi everyone, welcome back. The other day we learned about topic sentences. Today we're going to learn the next part of the paragraph, which is detailed sentences. But I have a question for you first. So my first question is, what do you know about detailed sentences, if anything? And if you don't know anything, what do you think a detailed sentence entails? So if you said it discusses one of the details in a paragraph, you are correct. Also, a detailed sentence sometimes shows the relationship between the detail and the rest of the sentence. Now I need you to pull out your blank paragraph diagram. As you can see on the whiteboard, this is something. As you can see on the whiteboard, we have the blank paragraph diagram up here. There's going to be 7 parts that we go through. This is what the blank paragraph diagram looks like in your manual. So I need you to pull this out and follow along with me. So on the first part of your diagram, you're going to see number 1, which is the topic. So we're going to do an example of the classroom or the room you're in. So under topic, we're going to write whatever room you're in, which I am in my living room.
Go.
So now that you have your topic written down on your diagram, we're going to go to the next part, which is details. So what are we going to think about details of your room or the classroom?
Go.
So you're going to look around your room, and what do you see? You see a chair, maybe a couch, maybe a TV. What stands out the most to you? So what I see in my room is a couch, so we're going to write that down under details. And then I have a chair, a TV. What else do I have? We have 2 lamps and a coffee table. So some examples maybe in your room would be a computer, a desk, a wheelie chair, your bed, TV, maybe a PlayStation, an Xbox, maybe some dolls, maybe a chair. So which sequence would work best for this paragraph, do you think? Which sequence would work best for this paragraph? Let's think about it. Does the size sequence work best for this paragraph? Well, some of the items I've listed as details are bigger than another, but most of them are the same size. Besides size isn't really important when discussing items in a classroom or a room. Does the time sequence make sense for this paragraph? No, the items I've listed do not relate to each other in time. What about the space sequence? Does that make sense for this paragraph? Well, let's see. Yes, the items I've listed here are arranged in space in a particular order. Both the size and space sequences work here. Which one do you prefer to use? I guess I'll choose the space sequence because it will help the reader envision the classroom or the room I'm in better than the size sequence.
Yeah.
So now in your blank paragraph diagram, go to number 3 and write space sequence. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to number 4. So if we look at number 4, we have, it looks like 5 total details. So we're going to look at what's most important to describe the room, to envision the picture of the room to the reader. So we're going to look, the couch, chair, TV, 2 lamps, and a coffee table. So say I walk into a room, I would want to describe the room left to right. So now we're going to order what detail would come first in your paragraph. So I think maybe the most important would be the couch. And then maybe the TV, describe that. And then another chair. And then I'm going to go with the coffee table. And then the 2 lamps. Now I want you to do that for your example. So now that we have our order for the details ready, we're going to move on to the next part of the blank paragraph diagram, which is transitions. So in each detailed sentence, we need to transition into the next detailed sentence. So let's think about it. So for our example, we're going to show in space sequence. So let's see. We have the couch, the TV, and then the chair. So we're going to describe the first item, so the couch. So in the room, oh, 1 second. So as you can see, I wrote in the room first, I see the couch, and then you can describe the couch in more ways. And then the next transition would be maybe to the left side of the room. Next in the room, I would see the TV. And next would be the transition word. Now I'm ready to move on to number 6. Oh yes, that's the point of view box, or POVX. So now I need you, there's 3 points of views that you can choose from. Am I talking about myself in this paragraph? No. Am I talking about the reader in this paragraph? No, that would be second person point of view. Am I talking about something other than myself or the reader in this paragraph? Yes, that would be the third person point of view. So now we're going to go up to our box and we're going to write third. Alright, now that we have number 6 completed, we're going to move on to the final one. Thank you for being patient with me. So now we're going to move on to our tenses of the paragraph that we want. So, I need you to fill out the text box. We have 3 tenses to choose among. Is the classroom arranged in which way? The past, the present, or the future? Well, am I describing the classroom or the room I'm in as it is right now, today? Yes. So that would be the present tense. So we go on our diagram, and now we write present. Now we're going to go through it one more time and check everything over. So our topic was what? Mine was the living room, or yours was the room you're in, or if you can't think of anything, it was the classroom that you've taught or learned in. Next, we moved to the details of the room. So we looked around, we wrote them down. And then we realized we went to a space sequence. So from there, we ordered which one we saw in the room first, left to right. And then we moved into our transition words, where we will use them to move on to the next detail. So in the room first, I saw the couch. Next, I looked around and I saw the TV. That would be your transition into the next. And then finally, we did the point of view and tense, which we realized it was the third person because we're talking about objects, and then present tense. So double check, make sure you have all the same thing.